another murderous pair. That went to jail and we murdered the murderers there. Then went to hell and discovered the devil delivered some hurt and despair.
Welcome to the Beard on Fire podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Jeff, aka Erubget, aka the Kimbo Slice of podcasting, and with me as always is the one, the only, the sensual pharaoh, Mansetsfire.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna do a new one of those every intro. I personally want to see when he's gonna run out of shit to say.
I have a list. I'm not running out anytime soon. Every time I think of a name, I write it down. We're going.
You hear that, folks? It's a challenge. So we'll keep you heard it here first. We'll see how long he can keep going before he either A, repeats himself, or B, just gives up and says, yeah, that guy.
Also, if you have any recommendations for names, put them in the comments.
Or don't, and let him struggle. Whichever
Why
one.
why would they want that, though?
Because it's content, man.
No, I think people much prefer when you get surprised by these names than they would get the enjoyment out of me struggling to come up with names.
I mean, you say that, but then there's that small segment of the internet who just likes to see the world burn.
Very true. But that's not our community. That's not our community.
So, you sure about that?
Yeah, our community's all love.
Really?
We get some sneaky snakes in here that try to take advantage of the community.
Mm-hmm.
But our community solid.
This was once a chicken quesadilla that got smashed in my backpack. I just thought you needed to know this.
Okay. Is it still good?
It's cold, but it should still be good. Yes, I'm gonna heat that bitch up for dinner in a bit.
I was gonna say I'd eat it.
I wasn't even questioning it. I just had that mac and cheese, and then I remembered I have a cheesy quesadilla and the best chips in the whole damn world. Pretzel chips.
Pretzel chips.
It's a pretzel and it's a chip.
That's what you're claiming is the best chip in the world?
I'm enjoying this.
Okay. I mean, enjoy it, my guy. I'm not going to stop you from your fucking enjoyment. But before we started, we were talking about chicken places. And
Comment down below your favorite chicken spot.
And I'm saying churches. That's mine. But I can admit that it also might just be because of the fact that I don't have it around me. Okay. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where it's like, I can't have it, so I want it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, even the first time I had it, I was like, this is the spot.
Alright. Here's a question.
Uh-huh.
Are we talking local? Or are we talking fast food? We'd have to be talking fast food because if we're talking food,
yeah. If you're talking local, that's a whole different fucking category.
Me and you fighting.
Yeah, I mean, but we can argue about local shit, but neither of us know.
Well, yeah,
so it's like
fucking country.
Yeah, we gotta talk chains here.
All right, here's my thing. For me, I'm gonna be corny, and I'm gonna pick Popeyes. But I'm going to add an addendum that I haven't tried Bojangles. Because me, living up north in New York, we don't really have a Bojangles. I got to drive, I think, to like Virginia to get a Bojangles. We had a Bojangles. I hear legends of Bojangles somewhere in Times Square. Yeah, legend has it that one famous chicken chain from down south has ventured up north and has a spot somewhere, I think in like freaking Times Square or 32nd, 42nd Street or some shit.
Okay.
But I've never been there. So for now, I'm giving a tentative nod to Popeyes. Shout out. And that's only because I haven't tried Bojangles. Everyone I know who's had Bojangles would be like, yo, killing it.
I mean, but that's also, that's one of those, You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing with, like, In-N-Out. Like, people will tell you all day, In-N-Out's the fucking best. I've had In-N-Out. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's not, I would nowhere near the best burger I've had. At no point.
For me, I would legitimately fly to California just to try In-N-Out. Just so because, all right, no offense
So
to
you
all
could be
West Coast
disappointed.
people.
So you could be disappointed.
No offense to all you West Coast people, but y'all stay sucking In-N-Out all
Facts.
day, every day. And I
Facts.
just want to know if it's worth it. I'm from
It's
New
not.
York.
I'm telling you, it's not.
I'm from New York. I live in New York. I could order Shake Shack right now.
Shake
and
Shack
I don't,
is
because
Shake Shack is better than
all
In-N-Out.
that. You've had Shake Shack before?
Yes, and it's better than In-N-Out. And that's a fact.
I don't really. I mean, I wouldn't say I wouldn't eat Shake Shack. Shake Shack is all right. Personally, if I'm gonna spend way too much money on a hamburger, Five Guys.
Five Guys is on point. But I don't know. I think the whole appeal to In-N-Out is the fact, like, I think it's because of the fact that they do the whole secret meal thing.
But they all do that.
No,
Except
yeah,
for Five Guys.
of course. I mean, every place does it, but that's In-N-Out's like thing. So it's like when you go there and you know the secret menu, you feel like you're in on something. You know what I mean? Like you're like, oh, I'm part of a club now.
Like, ooh.
Yeah.
I'm fancy now.
But
I know.
it's
I'm in
not
the
that
know.
great.
Say, fuck you.
It's not that great.
I mean, Shake Shack has the same shit, but I've never gone to Shake Shack and ordered anything off their secret menu, or if they're not so secret menu, because I just find it stupid. I'm here for burgers, dude. Give me my burger the way I want it, and the rest could go fuck itself.
I really want to go to a Wawa's.
I really want to go to Whataburger.
Whataburger?
Mm-hmm.
It's either been a really long time since I've had it, or I've never had it.
Okay. Were you in Texas before?
I've been in Texas, yes.
I hear that's where you get them.
But I don't know. It's one of those things where I, like, in the back of my mind, I feel like I've been there, but I don't have any specific memory of being there. Mm-hmm. So, I've heard it's pretty good.
This is the thing. It depends on who you ask, because I've spoken to some Texans, and they'll be like, it's nothing. It's nothing special. It's basically the equivalent. To them, it's the equivalent of here. If you're from New York, shout out.
Yeah.
If you're from the hood in New York, shout out. I hear Whataburger to them is the equivalent to like Kennedy Fried Chicken to us.
Okay.
Like, literally just, hamburgers, random shit between buns, whatever. Like, nothing special. But I've also heard some people talk about it like it's the fucking second coming of Jesus Christ. So
half the people are like, it's like consistent. Yeah. Like, it's not great, but it's consistent.
It's basically like late night. You've got, I don't know, I guess $10, $15, burn a hole in your pocket. You've been drinking too much. Go to Whataburger.
All right. I can respect that.
Yeah, I can respect the hell out of that too. But some people would be like, "Oh my god, they have these great concoctions and all this other shit," and I'm like, okay. Normally, I tend to side on the people who are just like, "Yo, look, go there when you're drunk, and it'll hold you down."
Yeah. It's the same thing. Like, I mean, I feel like that crossovers to like anything in life, of like even video games. Like, you don't want to read the 5-star reviews. You don't want to read the 1-star reviews. You want to read those reviews that's right in the middle, because that'll give you a better idea of what the game is actually like. Yeah. And I would say the same thing with movies. You want to find that middle review. Because that's usually more reliable than a 5 or 1.
The 1-star is the dude who like went there and they had like the fucking baby crying and the fucking kids throwing popcorn and all that other bullshit.
Or there was something in the movie that offended them.
What do you talk about that? If you are one of those people who watched the Batman and said, "Oh, there's too many black people in it for you," do me a favor. Go out into the fucking yard and blow your own brains out. Because you're a fucking retard and we just do not need you clogging up the genetic pool anymore.
Yeah, what city is Gotham based off of?
Gotham is another name for New York City.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
New York is known as the Big Apple, aka Gotham.
I'm looking it up. What city does Gotham resemble? Yep, New York City. You are correct, sir.
I know my comic books, sir. I know my comic books.
Well, it says New York and New Jersey.
I can see that.
Yeah, a mix in between. Yeah, because all the dirt and crime from New Jersey.
From New Jersey. Look, shout out to New Jersey. Basically, New Jersey is New York's, like, shit-on little brother.
Yeah, shout out to New Jersey. That's where my wife is from. That's where she learned how to speak English.
From New Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
That explains a lot, actually.
Yeah, have you heard her talk?
I have.
It's very New Jersey.
I have. Newark, New Jersey in particular.
Which is exactly where she's from. Yeah, but it's okay.
New Jersey, Brick City talk different. They just do.
No, okay, so like all that shit's okay with me. What upsets me is that she never listened to Redman.
Yeah, that's like New Jersey's most famous. One of New Jersey's most famous.
Yeah, and I'm like it was almost to the point where like she didn't know who he was. And I'm like, you can't be from fucking Newark, New Jersey, and not know who the fuck Redman is. Like that's like being from New York and not knowing who Jay-Z is. Like,
I was never really that much of a. I mean, let me rephrase.
I'm not saying you have to be into that artist, but you definitely know who the fuck Jay-Z is.
Who Jay-Z is,
right? So I'm saying like in fucking any of the towns I grew up in, if there was a super famous rapper that grew up in my city that made it big, I would know who the fuck that guy is. I'm just
different strokes for different folks. I'll be honest, that man's been kind of fucking quiet lately, so I'm not even mad at him. Mad at her.
Didn't he just drop some new shit? Like, I want to say like a year ago.
Does that smack the shit out you? He released a couple tracks.
Yeah, and like what was it, like 80 bars or some shit like that? Yeah. I don't know. Redman's a fucking beast.
Yeah. They were all fire. Just that personally, I always thought he did better with Method Man.
I mean, I feel like both of them did better together. Even Method Man's solo was like, he was good, but he's like, yeah, they worked better as a duo. They should have that should have been their thing. Which, I mean, it was for a while, but they should have stuck to it. Like,
best duos in rap.
Yeah, one of them by far. Easy.
No, I'm asking you. Top 3 best duos in rap.
Top 3 best duos. Well, being semi old school, Run DMC is definitely up there.
Okay.
One of the fucking, path makers.
As a trio, technically.
Technically. But it was a duo. All right? Give that to me.
Well, I'll let you have it.
All right, and then obviously Method Man, Redman. Fuck. This third one is not going to be well known.
Okay.
Because they're still very current.
Okay.
But Mayday.
Who's Mayday?
It's Recognize and Burns.
Okay.
Make Mayday. That's the two names. And they do the same shit as Method Man and Redman did, where they both break off and do like solo shit, but they come back together, do their album shit.
Okay.
But yeah, I would say those are my top 3. Because Mayday and Burns are from, I want to say they started in Florida.
Okay.
But yeah, they have a very more laid back presence.
Okay.
And then I want to say Very close to third place, but taking fourth is RTJ. Very close to Mayday.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say it like it is. I'm stealing some of those. I'm stealing that last one in particular.
All right.
For me, my number one.
Okay, wait. Does Eminem and Royce the 5'9" count as a duo?
Give me a body of work that they did. They need to have at least one album together.
I don't. Good Meets Evil?
That was the only one, right?
Was that an album though? I mean, that was an album together.
Okay, so it counts.
Okay, then I would probably put them as third place.
I think so.
Fourth place, Mayday. Fifth place, RTJ.
So, recap for you. Number one,
Run DMC.
Number two,
Method Man and Redman.
And finally, number three,
Eminem and Royce the 5'9".
Okay, cool. Those are solid choices. And again, probably gonna steal some of yours. For me, number one is Black Star. Most Def, Talib Kweli.
Fucking right.
Secondly, I want to say Outkast, to be honest.
Outkast is fucking solid.
And Andre 3000.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. That's a solid fucking pick.
Then I want to say, I mean, it's okay. Here's the thing: Third place is a toss up. I mean, I could go. I could say, fucking Eminem, and Redman, Method Man. I could say that, and that's a solid choice.
You could.
But if we're also including Royce and Eminem.
I mean, that's a solid fucking combination.
The only reason, okay, I'm gonna give it to Method Man, Redman, only because they had albums.
Yes.
And Eminem, Royce only had album.
Makes sense.
So I'll give it that. Followed closely by the aforementioned, Royce and M. Yeah. And then RTJ.
Right.
I'm listening to RTJ heavy lately.
They're so good.
Also,
I mean, they're literally our intro music.
Yeah. Also, shout out to, I want to say the Locks, but that's a 3-man, so can't do that.
True that.
But still, fuck it, breaking the rules anyway. Screw it. Shout out to them. Right. Good album, solid music. But Chic Luch and Fabulous had an album, Freddy vs. Jason. That was fucking fire.
I did not know that. I also don't. I never really followed Fabulous.
Okay, it's solid.
Yeah, like I know he's a good rapper. Like I've listened to his music before, but I've never really followed him. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Who else would I throw in there? I could throw in there Watch the Throne, Jay-Z and Kanye.
I'm not. I don't count that as a duo. I don't count that as a duo.
No.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. The only reason I don't count it as a duo is because it was just two superstars coming together.
True.
So it kind of takes away. They're just like, hey, we are two super famous people. Let's get together and be more famous. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, I don't count that.
And that's all I can think of. If I think of more, I'll just blurt them out. But that's all I can think of right now.
I'd also like to give an honorable mention to Cess Crew. Before we found out that Godimus was a piece of shit.
Was he a piece of shit?
So Cess Crew consists of Ubiquitous and Godimus. And it came out that Godimus was taking money from upcoming rappers to do verses, and then just not doing them, and just taking the money.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, and it's just like you can't do that, dude. Like
Piece of shit. Piece
Garbage.
of shit move, bro.
garbage. Great rapper,
Piece of shit move.
piece of shit person, and I can't support that.
Yeah. Piece of shit move. Damn, I'm really struggling to find other people. I know a lot of just random artists that I think would sound good together, but like in forms of a duo?
Yeah, actual duos.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
then I jump up to trios. Like I would say like De La Soul or Tribe Called Quest and shit like that, but those are like dudes, trios and all the other shit.
if you're gonna jump into trios, you might as well start being like groups. But it's like, yeah, I don't know. Hobson and Swizz were really good before the whole falling out with Funk Volume.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody right now.
Yeah, duo wise, I don't know. We didn't go in planning to talk about this.
I know.
Off the top of my head, I can't think of. And I know somebody is gonna say some group, and I'm gonna feel like a fucking idiot for not thinking of it right now.
Listen, if we're making some glaring omission,
Oh, there for sure is.
and Jen, just fucking post it in the comments because I legitimately want to know. Because like right now, my brain is just going blank.
Right.
I'm trying to like go back and think about like all the albums I listened to in the '90s and recently, and
Oh, for sure. And if anybody disagrees, give us your fucking top 3 duos in the comments.
yeah.
Maybe you'll
And
turn
don't
us
do-
on to some shit.
And don't do that dumb shit and be like, "Oh my god, you people suck," because motherfucker, shut your ass and just tell us a good group.
Right?
Because to be honest, like I'm always down to listen to some shit.
We're trying to expand our minds.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Azizi Gibson?
Mm-mm.
Oh, damn. Do you know Freddie Gibbs?
I know Freddie Gibbs.
Okay. So Azizi Gibson and Freddie Gibbs did a song together on ZZ's newest album. I'll send you the link after this.
Okay.
Because I'm not trying to get kicked off YouTube. But it's called fuck, man. And I gotta look it up. But I want to say it's called like I Hate to See It.
Okay. Also, another okay. Who's okay? If anybody knows, if you know, post in the comments. Probably by then I'd look it up anyway.
Right.
Rhyming Ape technically is a duo. It's Lupe Fiasco and the dude who sings as the frontman from the Gorillaz.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
fuck.
a mixtape. It's a mixtape called A Rhyming Ape, and it's like a whole album of like Gorillaz samples and him actually Matthew Santos, I think his name is. It's him and Lupe Fiasco just going at it, and it fucking fire. It's one of my favorite Lupe Fiasco mixtapes.
What is the group called again?
It's called A Rhyming Ape.
Rhyming Ape.
A Rhyming Ape.
I'm gonna look it up.
It's fire. Oh my god, that was another one I used to listen to heavy rotation back in the day.
Everything says it's Lupe Fiasco, but it's technically a duo.
Yep.
Okay.
Because he's on every song.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that makes sense to me.
You know.
Makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm. It's just that. It's literally just that mixtape, though.
But if anybody was wondering, that is ZZ Gibson and Freddie Gibbs is called "Hate to Say It."
I hate to say it, but suck my dick. Yeah.
Yep. But you should definitely look up a ZZ Gibson.
Yeah, man. See, now I'm in the mood to talk some music. I found some underground dudes.
Who's your goat?
Greatest of all time? Nas.
Nas? God damn, that's a solid pick.
Notice how I had zero hesitation.
Zero hesitation.
Zero hesitation. Nas.
Nas.
Don't get me wrong. Biggie, Tupac, like that's like the go-to scrub answers. And not scrub answers, but like the go-to.
No,
like,
they are scrub answers. No, if your answer is Tupac or Biggie, then you don't really know hip hop.
Nah, don't say that.
No, I'm gonna say it. They can't be. There's no fucking way. They were both legendary rappers, great at what they fucking did, but they were not the best.
Bold claims.
I don't give a shit. They weren't. That's just facts.
What makes you say that? Support your argument.
I'm saying just anything rap based. Lyrics, rhythm, cadences.
Biggie had crazy flow. What are you talking about?
No, I'm not saying they didn't. But you're gonna tell me nobody nowadays does it better?
Well,
right?
I'm not one to argue because they're not my greatest of all time.
Okay. If somebody can leave me a legitimate argument in the comments that can explain why I'm wrong, I'd love to hear it. But those are hack answers. I'm not saying just like anybody else back in the day. Like I respect what they did, how they set the path for hip hop. Like they changed the fucking game. You know, like respect. But if we're talking about just rapping, they were not the best.
I would argue that they're pretty good. I would argue that it is a legitimate pick to pick them. I just argue that it's too easy. And although someone could sit there and say the same thing to me about my pick, Nas, I have a catalog of music that I could go into great depth as to why I pick Nas as my number one.
Right.
But that being said, if you, whoever you are, out in the ether, could sit there and do the same, I will listen to your argument and I will respect it if it's presented to me well. I just know personally a lot of people who will sit there and throw out those names and know maybe one or two songs from them and be like, well, everyone says they're the greatest of all time, so yeah, they're the greatest of all time. No, then you're jumping on the bandwagon.
It's a fucking echo chamber. It took one person to fucking say it, and then everybody says it, and then everybody else hears everybody say it. It's a fucking repeat. They were not the greatest rappers. I'm not top 10 by far. I'm not saying they were bad. They were great rappers. Legendary. I'm just saying not the GOAT.
Give me your top 10. Give me your top 5 greatest rappers of all time.
Top 5? Fuck. Tech 9. Eminem. Joyner Lucas. What was that, 3? Man, so many fucking choices. Let's say Nas. And then
that's 4. You just need one more.
Can I do a group?
You're gonna throw a whole group?
A whole group.
Yeah, I'll listen to it.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to say Bone Thugs and Harmony in the prime. Not in the later years when they started just remixing their own shit. Because they went off on that weird path for a fucking while.
Okay. Cool. I have no problem with that list. I do have to give Tech 9 more respect. I know way too many people who respect that man, and I'm way too unfamiliar with his body of work.
That's my GOAT.
So, yeah. For me, obviously number 1, Nas. Secondly, fuck. See, I know the names, but putting them in order is gonna be difficult. Okay, I'll just okay. This is my list. So if anyone who has a problem with this list, fuck off. I don't care.
Yeah,
this is
fuck
my
yourself.
list. Make your own.
Also, give us a comment of your top 5.
Yeah, fuck off and put your actual top 5 and put it in the comments below.
Along with your top 3 duos.
Yeah, everything we're asking ourselves, answer in the comments below, because I genuinely am in the mood for hearing some new shit.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm always looking to expand.
Yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna throw out the names and then order them later. Nas number 1.
Okay.
I really want to say Big L.
Respect.
I also want to say Lupe Fiasco early, before he got extra wordy and full of himself. Talib Kweli is another one that's I really respect.
Do you listen to his podcast?
No, and I always mean to, but I never do.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah. Like, I didn't realize he even had a podcast until like way late, until recently, really.
Yeah, I didn't know until. Do you know the comedian Tom Segura?
No, I did not.
He has a couple of specials on Netflix, but
okay.
He had Kweli on his podcast, and that's where I learned about Kweli having his own podcast, and I was like, oh shit, okay. And that's when I started looking into it.
Okay.
That's how I hear about shit. Through other shit.
What is that for me? That's 3 or 4, right?
Yes.
3 or 4?
There's 3.
You
had Nas.
I had Nas.
Big L.
I had Big L. I had
Lupe.
Talib Kweli early, and I had Lupe. So
okay, so 4.
Then, man, I really should have extended this to 10.
Yeah, it's fucking rough when you gotta pack it.
Because here's the thing, like, there's a lot. Just look, there's a bunch of artists that I love, and that's not on this list.
Oh, like I want to make it very clear. Like, if people don't make my list, I'm not saying I don't respect them as an artist. Like, there are so many people I listen to and love as artists, but when you have to compact that list, it gets fucking rough.
Like, and it's not just like ranking it. It's like, yeah, you gotta like go with your top. Like, these are dudes you listen to. Like, these names that I'm throwing out there, these are dudes who, like, literally I listen to on a regular basis, like constant rotation. You know what?
Shout out to Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey Hussle, yes. I didn't know who he was, unfortunately, until after he died. And then once I found that out, I just started listening to his music over and over again.
Fucking, that's motivation music. That's the shit you listen to when you're trying to fix your life.
Yeah, facts. I'm gonna go with Mos Def. And the astute, the eagle-eyed among you notice that there's a very specific genre of music that I really listen to. I kind of like conscious rap that was really prevalent in like the early to mid 2000s. Deep Thought.
Yeah.
Black Thought is another one that I could think of that was really good to me.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan of that era of music.
That's something that's really lacking nowadays.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Wasn't Kweli putting out some shit like recently?
Yeah, he put out shit I think up until last year, 2021.
Yeah, maybe that's when it was. Because when he was on that podcast I was listening to, he was talking about how he was in the studio like working on something. But I can't remember how long ago that was.
Like, but the thing with him though is like you could tell that he's like an older artist trying to do a new style or a new thing.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, that shit. I don't want you to do that. I want you to do that old shit. That shit that I grew up listening to. So it's like for me, like, yeah, I see why he's doing it to be relevant, as well as just you as an artist want to eventually like branch out and do different things and explore different vibes and styles. But me as a fan, I go to you for a specific style that I relate to.
Right. So but I mean, that's also why you see all those comments about like, I wish this so and so would do their old style. But it's like, people get tired of doing shit. Like,
yeah, straight up and down, and I 100% respect that. I do. It's just that it doesn't help the fact that as a fan, I go to you expecting something, and if I don't get it, I'm gonna get upset.
It's like I'm gonna respect you as an artist. That are like, I'm cool with you doing some other shit. But you also have to respect the fact that I don't want to listen to that.
Exactly.
So it's like, you change it up and it doesn't sell. Nobody's mad at you. But it's like, you can't be mad that nobody wants it.
Wants it exactly. That's one of my biggest arguments with people who they sit there and be like, "Oh, you want me to do the same thing over and over again?" Yes,
Yeah, that's why I'm
yes.
here.
That's what got me interested in you in the first place. Oh, well, how am I supposed to grow as an artist? Cool. People grow apart.
Thanks.
Straight up and down. People grow apart. It's
Thanks.
cool. I'm not gonna tell you can't do it, but just don't tell me that I'm supposed to like it.
Well,
Like you do a new style, you just don't like, and that's fine.
Yeah, it's the same thing with like when I do my Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when I started doing my Twitch, I was drinking a lot more. So it's like every time I was streaming, people came by. I was usually tipsy at best. And then it just got to a point where I was like, I can't be drinking like this all the time. So I had to, I was like, okay, I'm high. I'm not drinking, and, lost some people. Because it's not the same vibe. I get it. And then also, like, I'm planning on changing it up again here soon, where I'm going to start just focusing more on one game at a time instead of jumping around like I do now.
Well,
and I'm sure I'll lose some people to that too. Like, but I can't keep doing the same shit over and over. Like, yeah. It's like,
here's the thing, though, dude. At the end of the day, you're a human being, bro. You're not a robot. You're not expected to do the same thing over and over again. You're gonna grow as a person, and then just in your specific situation, when it comes to drinking, bro, like no one who actually gives a shit about you would ever expect you to be drinking like that consistently.
Right.
That's just stupid.
Yeah.
Period. Furthermore, it's like, just you being a content creator, you being a human being, you're going to change. You're going to evolve. You're going to grow. You're going to do things. And hey, you might lose some people because they legitimately came to you to see that.
Right.
And hey, if that happens. Fine. No love lost. Respect. But that's just not what you want to do anymore. And that's just what it is. Like I know streamers who'll sit there and be like, oh, I want to play this game, but I can't play it on my channel because it's kind of off brand for my channel. It's your channel.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You do what you want to do. If you want to switch it up and be like, hey, today I feel like playing Tropico, then you fucking sit there and you play Tropico. And people who rock with you will rock with you, and people who don't won't. But that's fine either way. You just go and like, all right, cool. I'll be back to playing that bullshit some other day. Come back then. That's
it. I've literally gone like a 4-hour stream with no viewers, just playing a game I wanted to play, knowing if I switched to a different game, I would, get more people. But it's like, I'm not happy doing that. I'm going to sit here play my game. And then that works out in the long run, because if people do show up during that, that's people who fuck with what you're doing. So I'm like, if I'm sitting here playing a stupid fucking game and you show up and we fucking hang out, then that's a connection, It's the same thing like when people start streaming and they don't stream for like a decent amount of time. You know what I mean? Like if you're streaming for like 2 hours, like once a week, you can't complain about your channel not growing. Like, how are people supposed to find you if you're only on 2 hours out of a week?
Well, this is why I tell people that people
you gotta cast that net.
Why don't you stream? Yeah, but I mean, that's why it's people like, oh, you should stream. You could be a streamer too. I'm like, no, I'm not, because I know I don't have that dedication. I don't have that dedication to sit there and have that content constantly, like every, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like some people do,
right.
Or, whatever schedule they set. So I'd be like, yo, I'm not a streamer. I know I'm not a streamer because guess what? The second I don't feel like doing it, I'm not doing it. And there's nothing anyone could tell me that'll make me do it. Like right now, there's literally one woman in my life who could legitimately tell me, hey, baby, can you stream this for me? And I'd be like, all right, cool.
And her link will be in the description below.
In the description below. That's the baby. But yeah.
No, but okay, so I've gotten to a point where like all my shit is set up. So even if I stopped like trying to actively do this, anytime I was going to just come in here, play a game and hang out for the night, I would just stream. Just because why not? Like at worst, I'm playing a game by myself. And maybe I'll get somebody to talk to. You know, it's just like.
Well, you see, you know what too about with that in particular. Community, and I'm gonna give everybody their flowers on this one, not just baby girl. It helps to be a part of a community.
Thanks.
That's like, so I know, like, don't get me wrong, I have my antisocial tendencies and whatever, but like, I know if I just hop into like a Discord, like Oon's Discord in particular.
Yeah.
I know if I hop in there and I just start playing something, well, one, of course, the lady's gonna come through because the lady's always there, and two, I know that people are just gonna randomly pop in. I know Oon might stick his head in there and be like, "Oh, what's going on?" Didi might stick his head in there and be like, "Yo, what's up?"
Yeah.
You know, there are people who are gonna stick their head in just to not just on the strength of like, "Oh shit, you're streaming? What's good? What are you doing? How's this game?" Blah 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 blah. And people like that, I fucks with. You know, and people like that would legitimately get me to stream. But to say like to bring in like new like to play the game, you know the game, you're a streamer. You know, to play the game,
I don't play that game.
The numbers and shit. Nah, that's not.
I don't play that game at all. I refuse to.
Yeah.
If I did, I'd probably be bigger than I am. But I refuse to. I don't like when I raid people. I raid either people I know or channels with way lower counts. I never raid up because I feel like that's just attention seeking. I fucking hate it. When you're just like, hey, I'm rating this channel that has 100 viewers with my 9 viewers. Like,
nah, I wouldn't even waste time with that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like, what are you getting out of that? Like, nah. Even if I got 10 followers out of that, the way that would make me feel afterwards is not worth it. I can't do it. So it's like I either raid friends or somebody who's playing the same game that has a way lower view count than me. So at least I can try to help somebody. You know, but it's like, yeah, I don't play that game of like, hey, you sub to me, I'll sub to you bullshit. Like, bitch, I'm broke. Like, why do you think I'm doing this?
Hey, I ain't making money off of this shit.
Why do you think I'm doing this? I'm trying to make money. Guess how I don't make money? Subbing to everybody else.
Well, that's another thing too. Like, I have friends who like love to play the game, and like let me rephrase. They don't love to play the game, but they want to play the game real badly.
Right.
And I'll be like, and I'll tell them straight up, I'll be like, "Look, dude, don't. Like, if you actually want to play that game, like, okay, but I mean, just be prepared for what it's gonna mean. Be prepared exactly how you're gonna have to play it, and it's gonna be a fucking bitch."
Yeah.
And just know that the numbers go up and down. Like, my lady, she streams. Sometimes when she's not paying attention, she'll have streams in the teens, bordering on 20s.
Right.
But that's very rare, you know? And then sometimes she'll have streams where it's literally just me. It's literally me, maybe Oon, fucking Island might slide through.
Right.
Some of her friends, like maybe 1 or 2 of her friends, it's like 5, 6 people. And it'll be like that for hours. You know?
Yeah, that's what I tell people.
She doesn't stress it. Yeah, she doesn't stress it. She'll be like, yo,
that's what I tell people.
That's
what I tell people when they start. I'm like, get prepared for that emotional battle. Because you're gonna have you might have a couple streams that go fucking great, and then you're gonna have that third stream that just flatlines, and you cannot, and that shit hurts. Like, you cannot let that get to you. It's just part of the fucking game.
Yeah, my boy does the same thing. Like, he'll sit there. Well, now he does the opposite, because he'll sit there and he'll hit me up. He'll be like, yeah, man, so and so streamed. So and so, rated me. I had like 30, 40 follows and this, that, and third. And then his following stream would just be like 5 people.
Yeah.
He'd be like, yo, what the fuck? I'd be like, yo, this is the way it goes, bro.
That's what it is.
This is just what it is.
That's another thing that bugs me is when streamers, like, when they're trying to like get their own.
Oh shit! That's right. I gotta do my taxes.
Shit.
Forgot about that shit. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, but when like streamers or people who are just starting out, like, are asking for help, and so like I'm always down to help. Like, if you are just starting out, like, I'll lurk you on my computer. I'll lurk you on Lex's computer. Like, if I'm streaming and you're streaming, I'll raid you. Like, I'll give you the support. But I've had people get upset because people don't follow or whatever after the raid. Where I'm like, I can't make people follow you. Like,
Yeah.
I did my job. I rated you. I gave you this audience. And if nobody wanted to follow you, that's on you now. Which is the same thing with me.
All you can do is get people there, and beyond that, you can't do nothing else.
Like, if I get rated, I'm like, okay, this is my chance to catch these people. If they don't stick around, that's on me. I'm not, like, that shit's a crazy thought process to me.
It is what it is, bro.
It is what it is.
And to be frank, I don't really feel too like too enthusiastic about streaming. Like, I literally wouldn't. I'm not trying to stream to become the next like Tim the Tatman or fucking Dr. Disrespect or whatever the other famous people
fucking
are.
Ninja.
Like Ninja. Hold on, that man's looking like shit as of late. I saw a stream of him doing something lately, and he looked haggard. Like that man just came out of rehab or some shit.
A fucking bit.
He. But yeah, like me, when it comes to streaming, the only thing I like really about streaming is it's a place where all my friends congregate. Like, I could sit there and turn on a stream, and I already know my lady's gonna be there. I already know Un's gonna be there. I already know Didi might pop his head in. If Island ever comes out of his self-imposed exile, I'll see him too, as well as my other friends. I know, Seth's Money's going to be there. I already know there's going to be a group of people that's going to pop in, even for nothing else, just to say what up. So it's like, in that regard, yeah, cool. All right, I like streaming. But this whole bullshit about, them dangling money, like, ooh, get paid to play video games. Yeah, all right, cool. You stay over there with that.
Nah, I would say, I don't know. I enjoy streaming because it gives me, especially as a dad of two, it gives me dedicated gaming time.
Yeah, you're not the only person who said that.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, if it wasn't for streaming, I would probably play video games like twice a week for like a couple hours.
Jesus, okay.
I'm like, I mean, if I wanted to play more, I could, obviously, but like nobody's stopping me. But it's just like streaming kind of like puts it on me to keep doing it. So it's like forcing me to do something I love doing.
Well, you see, here's another thing too. Like, honestly, if I didn't have these people around me, I probably wouldn't play video games at all. I'd probably play video games like a couple times a month, and that's it.
Right.
And that's not because of any particular reason. It's just because, I don't know, I just haven't felt the zeal. There's not a lot of games coming out that I'm just like, yeah, I want to play. Like, my lady literally bought me one. The other one I bought, and it turns out I don't really want to play that as much as I wanted to. And yeah, the other one was Cyberpunk. So yeah, fuck that. So yeah.
I don't know. Since I started streaming, I've actually gotten more into video games. But just because like there's a lot of games that are like have like a cult following to them that I never got around to. So like right now I'm playing through Persona 4. And
I know a couple people who swear by Persona.
Yeah, I've never played a Persona game before. And this is my first time. And like just playing through it, I'm like, okay, I get like it's a solid fucking game so far. And then I've had people just coming in and just being like, yo, this game is fucking crazy. And I'm like, I know, I have no idea what's going on right now. But yeah.
I mean, I blame Un for my Fortnite addiction now. Like, I think I've said it several times on this stream, on this podcast. Like, I remember one of the first interactions I've had with Un was him playing Fortnite, aka Fork Butts, and I was like, okay, sure, I'll play it. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll play it. And it was like, oh, well, now I'm hooked, and now I'm fucking dropping money on skins and all this other crazy shit. I got my lady to buy a skin.
Where you got fucked up.
Still mad. She's so mad.
She should be. Should be.
Still upset.
She should be.
But it was out. But it was Aloy, so she was like, "Fuck it, I can excuse it."
You're a bad
But
influence.
yeah, I am. I never claimed to be a good influence on her. Never claimed that.
It's all right.
Totally corrupting that poor innocent woman.
I can't really say shit because I just spent $20 on like a Mini Masters Premium DLC.
Fair enough.
You know, dumb shit. It gives me more golden experience every fight. Like, totally not worth it.
Oh God! Don't do that.
It's too late.
Don't.
It's too late. It's too late. I already got it.
Don't do those like boosts and shit like those predatory games. Be trying to be like, oh, are you stuck at a particular point? Bitch, you know I'm stuck because you designed it to have me stuck.
It's not like that. It's not like a boost like that. This is like you get the premium pack and it's like a permanent boost to gold and experience.
Oh, okay.
That's all it is. So it's like it's not a you're stuck, get past it kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just if you want more golden experience, give us more money. Kind of thing.
Assholes.
Yeah, it is what it is.
So, man, it is what it is. Screw it. How long we at now?
51 minutes.
Jesus, these are getting longer.
No, they're not.
The last one was like 50-something minutes going on an hour.
Exactly. So we're at the right spot.
Fair enough.
You have anything you want to plug?
Outside of the usual? No, I'm good.
All right. And, yeah. Same for me, I guess. Yeah. Same shit. All my fucking plugs are in the fucking description, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. This has been The Beard on Fire. Bye.
We are the murderous pair. That with the jail and we murdered the murderers there. Then with the hell and discovered the devil delivered some hurt and despair.